If x and y satisfy the equations mod x plus y equal to 15, x plus mod y minus y equal to 20, then x minus y equal to. And so there's a mod x plus x here. X plus mod y minus y equal to 20. Right? We're going to fall back on our old thing. Mod x is x if x is greater than or equal to 0, equal to minus x if x is less than 0. And then x and y both can be positive, x and y both can be negative, one positive, other negative, 4 combos and solve. Right? So that's going to be time consuming. So I'm going to do a little bit of a detour here. Right? I'm going to say, let's say mod x were negative, hypothetically. Mod x plus x would be 0, y is 15. Right? Put y is 15 here, mod y and y will disappear, x has to be 20, but our initial assumption was x has to be negative, so x cannot be negative. If x were negative, then mod x plus x is 0, y is 15, plug y is 15 here, 15 minus 15 is 0, x is 20, that doesn't work. So x equal to negative is ruled out, so x is positive. So this becomes 2x plus y and x plus mod y minus y. What are we going to do here? We'll put What are we going to do here? We're going to put mod y minus y is sitting here. We're going to put y is positive. Then mod y minus y will go to 0. So x is 20. If x is 20, mod x plus x is 40. 40 minus 25 is 15. Y has to be minus 25. That doesn't work. So x equal to negative doesn't work. Y equal to positive doesn't work. So we know x is positive, y is negative, which is nice because then we can say 2x plus y is 15, x minus 2y equals 20. This we can solve that much easier. Instead of doing 4 combos, we just plug in, verify, and then do only one combo. So multiply this by 2, we have 2x, sorry, not multiply this by 2, multiply this by 2, 4x plus 2y equals 30. Add these two, 5x's is equal to 50. That gives us x is 10. 2x plus y is 15. 20 plus y is 15. Y is minus 15. X equal to 10. Y equal to, not minus 15, minus 5. This works. 20 minus 5, yes, works. 10 plus 5 minus 5, 20, yeah, both work. X equal to 10, y equal to minus 5 works, and only that works. So what do we need to find? X minus y, 10 minus 5, 15. Done. ABCD is a trapezium in which AB is parallel to CD. The sides AD and BC, when extended, intersect at point E. AD and BC when extended. That means AB looks to be longer than CD. I'm going to put AB like this, CD like this. So A, B, C, D, trapezium, something like this. AB is 2 centimeters, CD is 1 centimeter, and perimeter of ABCD is 6 centimeters. And the perimeter, so BC and AD when extended, we extend AD, we extend BC, they meet at E. Right. Perimeter of ABCD is 6 centimeters. So this is x, this is y, then x plus y is equal to 3. Nice. X and y, they need not be equal. This is not an isosceles trapezium. We have not been told it's an isosceles trapezium. Maybe it is, but we can't put there equal. Right? So perimeter in centimeter of triangle AEB. AEB, we need to find the perimeter. Very interesting question. We can say this is 1, this is 2. This is half of this. Triangles DCE and ABE are similar. 2 parallel lines. These 2 angles are equal, these 2 angles are equal, this is common. This is 2, this is 1. Every side of this triangle is half of every side of the bigger triangle. So this is y, this is x, this is y, this should also be x, this should also be y. Using the idea that triangle AEB is similar to triangle DEC. Every side of triangle DEC is half of corresponding triangle of side AE. So x plus y is 3. We want to find perimeter of triangle AEB. AB is 2. AE is 2x. BE is 2y. X plus y is 3. 2x plus 2y is 6. 6 plus 2, 8. Done. Similar triangles or even midpoint theorem. Right. A fruit seller has a stock of mangoes, bananas, and apples. So mangoes, bananas, and apples. Right, so quite appropriate for the people writing this exam. It stands for Masters in Business Administration. Right, so I didn't notice it the first time I was doing this question, but anyway, let's carry on. At least one fruit of each type. At the beginning of a day, the number of mangoes make up 40% of his stock. So this is 2x. Total is 5x. That day he sells half of the mangoes, so he sells x mangoes, 96 bananas, and 40% of the apples. 40% is 2 by 5. I don't want to deal with 0.4. I don't want to deal with 2 by 5. I'm calling this 5y and 2y. Right. At the end of the day, he ends up selling 50% of the fruits. The smallest possible total number of fruits in the stock at the beginning of the day. He's selling 50% of the fruits. Total is 5x. He's selling 2.5x. So x plus 96 plus 2y equals 2.5x, or 2x plus 192 plus 4y is 5x. I'm just multiplying by 2, nothing else. So 192 plus 4y equals 3x. We cannot solve and find values of x and y, but we can, whatever values of x and y satisfy this, will satisfy all our conditions. Right? Especially because this number here is vacant. We'll have to introduce another variable here, or we'll have to call it 3x minus 5y, because the total is 5x. Right? So now what do we do here? We want to find the smallest possible total number of fruits. So we want to find as small a value for y and x. Then it will work. And if I put y as 1, 196 is not a multiple of 3. Y as 2, 196 doesn't work. 200 doesn't work. 204 is a multiple of 3. So if y were equal to 3, then x would be 204 by 3, which is 68. That's the smallest value x can take. Smallest possible total number of fruits in the stock is 5x. This is 5 into 68, which is 340. And it helps to choose juicy variables, 2x and 5x because 40%, 2y and 5y because 40%. In another world, I would have made this as 4x, 10x and 10x, 5x and 4x, 2x, just to avoid this 2.5, but I had gone too far putting x in. So I said, let's frame this equation and multiply it by 2. So the key part here is to simplify this equation and then say, hey, what is the smallest value of y that I can plonk in to get a nice integer value of x? We know that looking at this, smaller that y is, smaller x will be. Y equal to 3 works, x equal to 168 works. Remember, we cannot have y equal to 0, because if y were 0, this would be 0, and we're saying at least one fruit of each type. This 340 it is. Bina incurs 19% loss when she sells a product at 4860. Cost price is x, selling price is 0.81x, which is 4860, which works 60, which works rather well, because I think 81 into 6 is 486, so x is 6000. Nice. It really helps if we have some numbers plugged in first. To Shyam, who in turn sells this product to Hari. So Shyam sells to Hari. Shyam buys at 4860 and sells at some other point. If Bina would have sold this product to Shyam at the purchase price of Hari, she would have obtained a 17% profit. 17% profit. Purchase price of Hari should be 1.17x. And 17% profit. If she had sold it to Shyam at the purchase price of Hari, whatever price Shyam sells it at, she would have made a 17% profit. We assume the initial cost price to be x, which we know is 6000. This would have been 1.17x. Then the profit in rupees made by Shyam is buying at 4860 and selling at 1.17x. We know x is whatever 6000. This is 0.81x. So 1.17x minus 0.8. This is 19%, 17%, 36%. This difference is 0.36x, where x is 6,000. Shyam's purchase price is 0.81x. Shyam's selling price is 1.17x. Because Bina, if she had sold directly to Hari at this point, or at Hari's price point, Hari's purchase point, if she had sold to Shyam, she would have made 17%. Or 36% of x is what we need to find. That's the profit that Shyam makes in rupees. X is 6,000. 36% of 6,000. 36 into 6 is 216. 6 cube, we know that. The answer is 2160. All the values of x satisfying the inequality 1 by x plus 5 less than or equal to 1 by 2x minus 3 are. Simplify this. 1 by 2x minus 3 minus of 1 by x plus 5 greater than or equal to 0. LCM, take it, x plus 5 minus 2x plus 3 by 2x minus 3 into x plus 5 greater than or equal to 0. Minus x plus 8 by 2 times x minus 3 by 2 into x plus 5 greater than or equal to 0, or x minus 8 by x minus 3 by 2 into x plus 5 greater than or equal to 0. The turning points are 8, 3 by 2, minus 5. We want to find out where it is less than or equal to 0, because I've swapped this. Just nothing, just bringing everything to one side, taking the LCM, simplifying it, finding the roots. And so if x is greater than 8, all three terms are positive. Here it won't work. Here it will work. Here it will not work. Here it will work. X less than minus 5 and between 3 by 2 and 8. Only point here, we'll have to include 8 in the solution. We should not include 3 by 2 and minus 5 because there's a denominator. Denominator cannot go to 0. Find less than minus 5. This is out between these two, and 3 by 2. Remember, here it is just less than, here it is just less than, here it is less than or equal to, because it can be 8, it cannot be 3 by 2 or minus 5. And very routine question. If you've done inequalities question, you should look at this and say, time consuming but doable. Just sit down, plonk the algebra, get the answer right. 9 a.m. and follows a fixed route every day. One day it travels at a constant speed of 60 kilometers per hour and reaches destination 3.5 hours later than its scheduled arrival time. Next day it travels 2/3 of its route and 1/3 of its total scheduled time, and the remaining part at 40 kilometers per hour to reach just on time. The scheduled arrival time of the bus. So assume typically the bus travels 3D in time 3t at a speed of 3d by 3t, which is d by t. Nice, brilliant. Next day, it takes 3t plus 3.5 hours, traveling at 60 kilometers per hour to travel the same 3d. On day 3, in another scenario, it travels 2d in just time t, remaining d in 2t time, and this speed is 40 kilometers per hour. Remember, in the third instance, it reaches just on time. So the total time taken is 3t. T here, 2t there. This simplifies life superbly. D by 2t is 40 kilometers per hour. Or d by t is 80 kilometers per hour. Its typical travel speed is 80 kilometers per hour. At 80 kilometers per hour, it takes time 3t. At 60 kilometers per hour, it takes 3.5 hours more. Find the time taken. So 80 into 3t equals 60 into 3t plus 3.5. 4 and 3. 12t equals 9t plus 10.5. Or 3t is 10.5. T is 3.5. It usually takes time 3t, that is 10.5 hours. So what scheduled arrival time of the bus? It starts at 9 a.m. and takes 10.5 hours. 9 a.m. 12 hours is 9 p.m. 10.5 hours 7:30 p.m. Yes, it's there. Three circles of equal radii touch but not cross each other externally. Two other circles x and y are drawn such that both touch but not cross each of the three previous circles. The radius of x is more than that of y. The ratio of radii of x and y. One nice interesting question. So we have three circles here. 1, 2, 3. Equal radii. And then we find ourselves two more circles that touch each of these circles but not cross. There are two circles. One will be sitting here and another will be growing like this. Goes without saying, my circles don't look like circles. Doesn't matter. Let's just solve this question. That's all we are interested in. Fine. So x is greater than y. So this circle this I'm going to call circle x. This is circle y. We need to find the ratio of radii of x to y. It seems like going to be x looks like it could be much larger than y. Right? Points to be noted here. This is going to be an equilateral triangle. And then it's a beautiful symmetric diagram. We're going to work with that and simplify everything else after that. Right? So this is an equilateral triangle, let's say of side A. Right? So this, let's say, has side x. This radius, let's say, has r. Equal radii r. Right? A is equal to 2r. A is a side of the equilateral triangle. Right? The center of this circle will be the centroid, circumcenter, incenter, orthocenter, everything of the equilateral triangle. That we know. We have to figure out some way of forming an equation that links x and r. Not x and r, y and r, and then x and r. The small circle has a radius y, large circle has a radius x. Right? Now we need to find some way of linking x and r, y and r. Then we can link x and y. Right? So this is a centroid, incenter, circumcenter, orthocenter, everything. So if I join from here to here, let's say this point is O, bang in the center is O. This is ABC. We're thinking about OB, which is nothing but circumradius of the equilateral triangle, which is A by root 3, which is 2r by root 3. Wonderful. 2r by root 3. This is r, this is radius. So r plus y is 2r by root 3. Quite wonderfully, we have linked r and y. Beautiful. Now what do? We say, hey, very interesting. Let's build on this. Let's take this, extrapolate this. This is r. 2r plus y is equal to x. From this center, it's going to be the center of the larger circle also. So from here, if we take y, r, y plus r is x. It is the larger circle. We got y in terms of r. We'll be able to get x also in terms of r. Equate that and we are through. And so r plus y is 2r by root 3, or y is 2r. That simply doesn't look like a 2. 2r by root 3 minus r. Right? 2r plus 2r by root 3 minus r is equal to x. Thus r plus 2r by root 3 is equal to x. Y is 2 by root 3 minus 1 times r. X is 2 by root 3 plus 1 times r. We want to find x by y. This is equal to 2 by root 3 plus 1 by 2 by root 3 minus 1. 2 plus root 3 by root 3, 2 minus root 3 by root 3. Multiply and divide by 2 plus root 3. 2 plus root 3 and 2 plus root 3 is 4 plus 3 plus 4 root 3 by 1. Or the ratio should be 7 plus 4 root 3 is to 1, which is a giant ratio. What that tells us is 7 plus 4 root 3 is 1.7, so 6.8, so 14 is to 1. The larger circle is huge compared to the smaller circle. Do we have that as among our choices? Yes, we have. A company has 40 employees whose names are listed in a certain order. In the year 2022, the average bonus of the first 30 employees was 40,000. The last 30 employees was 60,000. And the first 10 and the last 10 employees together was 50,000. Next year, the average bonus of the first 10 employees increased by 100%. The last 10 employees increased by 200%. And the remaining employees was unchanged. Then the average bonus in rupees of all the 40 employees together in the year 2023 was. Nice, beautiful question. And so now the 40 employees, they all are calculation in terms of counts of 10. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to say first 10, second 10, third 10, fourth 10. And so A plus B plus C, groups of 10, 10, 10, 30 people. Sum of all of this, all 10, 10, 10 is 30 into 40,000. Sum B plus C plus D. Sum is going to be last 30 employees is 60K. 30 into 60K. The first 10 and the last 10 was 50,000. This plus this is 20 into 50K. Nice. So again, it's a very nice standard template. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to write this down very clearly. I have A plus B plus C is 120K. B plus C plus D is 180K. I want to go here. We'll continue with this. A plus B plus C plus D is 180K. B plus C plus D is 180K. A plus D is 100K. Very nice template, very standard template. First 3, last 3, first and last. And so 2 and 3 repeat in the first and second equations. 1 and 3, 1 repeats in first and third. 2 repeats in 2 and third. So if we add everything up, we've got 2A plus 2B plus 2C plus 2D equals 300 plus 400K. Or A plus B plus C plus D is 200K. Brilliant. A plus B plus C is 120K, or D is 80K. Remember, this is the average of the last 10. B plus C plus D is 180K, or A is 20K. These two add up to 100K. All 4 add up to 200K. B plus C should together add up to 100K, but it could be any combo. It could be 30 and 70, 50 and 50, 40 and 60. We cannot accurately find B and C. That doesn't matter. B plus C together is 100K. So this chunk together is 100K. So 20K plus 100K plus 80K. Add all of this up. Divide by 4. Overall average is 50K. Nice. Now let's think about this. The question doesn't stop with this, not saying what is the average of the first 10 or the last 10 or the middle 20. Right? The question says the average bonus of the first 10 employees increased by 100%. So this goes to 40K. Average of the last 10 employees increased by 20%. Or this goes to 240K. And the remaining employees was unchanged. So this 100K. What put together? 50K plus 50K, 100K totally. And so the sum is 100K, this is 240K, this is 40K. Now what is the overall average of all the 40 employees put together? This plus this divided by 4. But we're making taking a bunch of liberties here, treating this as one variable each, not 10. I don't want to do 10 employees together. First 10, middle 20, last 10. Middle 20 is treated as 10 plus 10. We're taking that liberty. Fine. Second up, we're kind of moving from average to total all the time. Fine. So we need to be real some careful about it in our head, even if the equations don't speak for themselves. Now what is the final answer? 40 plus 100, 140 plus 240, 380 divided by 4. 380,000 divided by 4. The 1000 stays intact, we don't have to worry about it. 380 by 4 is 190 by 2, 95,000. Lovely. If A, B and C are positive real numbers such that A is greater than 10, greater than or equal to B, greater than or equal to C, and log of A plus B to the base 8 by log C to the base 2, plus log of A minus B to the base 27 by log C to the base 3 is 2 by 3. How do we do this? We're going to take this and simplify this. Let's say this is log of A plus B to the base 2 by log 8 to the base 2 by log C to the base 2. This is 3. So this becomes 1 by 3. This part becomes 1/3 of log of A plus B to the base C. Wonderful. Why is it log A plus B to the base C? It is log A plus B by log C, both to the same base, which is nothing but log A plus B to the base C. Why are we doing this? Because we can do the same thing here. This can be written as log of A minus B to the base 3 by log 27 to the base 3 whole log C to the base 3. This is 1/3. Log A minus B to the base 3 by log C to the base 3 is log A minus B to the base C. This whole thing is 2/3, which is nice and useful because there's a 1/3 here that will completely get cancelled out. Log A plus B to the base C plus log A minus B to the base C is log A square minus B square to the base C, which is 2. Brilliant. A square minus B square to the base C is 2, or A square minus B square equals C square. A square equals B square plus C square. Nice, brilliant. So this whole thing simplifies to A square equals B square plus C square. We're looking at Pythagorean triplets. We'll find the answer. We're not. The question says A, B and C are positive real numbers. And so they're not integers. Such that A is greater than 10, B and C are less than or equal to 10, A is more than 10, then the greatest possible integer value of A. So we want this to be an integer. B and C can be anything. A should be an integer, not A square. A should be an integer. We want it to be as high as possible. B and C are individually less than or equal to 10. Put us 10 and 10, set up to 100 and 100, 200. So we know for sure that A square is less than or equal to 200. B could be 10, C could be 10. A square is less than or equal to 200. A is more than 10. We're looking for A more than 10 such that A square is less than or equal to 200 and A is as high as possible. 14 square is 196. A max is 14. Remember, for A to be 14, B and C need not be integers. And the question doesn't say B and C need to be integers, so we don't have to worry about that. Anil invests 22,000 for 6 years in a scheme with 4% interest per annum, compounded half yearly. Okay, so Anil will get 22,000 into 1.02 to the power 12. 4% per annum, compounded half yearly. Right? Separately, Sunil invests a certain amount in the same scheme for 5 years. So Sunil invests some x into 1.02 or 10 and then invest the entire amount he receives at the end of 5 years for 1 year at 10% simple interest. The amounts received by both at the end of 6 years are equal. And the initial investment in rupees made by super sitter. This is equal to this into 1.1. I was a little worried. How am I going to calculate 1.02 per 12? That simply doesn't happen. So this 1.02 per 12 and that 10 get cancelled. 1.02 whole square. 22,000 into 1.02 whole square equals x into 1.1. That 1.1 is rather useful. Bring it here. This is 20,000 into 1.02 whole square, which I know is 10404. We're looking for 20808. Calculator, punch it and get the answer. Beautiful, simple question. We should be nailing these. X plus 6 root 2 per half minus x minus 6 root 2 to the power half is 2 root 2 and x equals. And so, first of all, I'm going to find a street smart way of doing this. Right? So, let's assume this square root is a plus b root c. This square root is a minus b root c. It may not be, I'm hoping it will be. This is equal to 2 root 2. A goes off, 2b root c is 2 root 2. B is 1, c is root 2. So now I'm thinking a plus root 2 the whole square is x plus 6 root 2. If I can get this, then I'm through. A plus root 2 the whole square. A plus root 2 the whole square should be a square plus 2 plus 2a root 2. This is x plus 6 root 2. 2a root 2 is okay. 2a root 2 is 6 root 2. 2a is 6, a is 3. This is 3 square plus 2. So thinking about 3 plus root 2 the whole square is 9 plus 2, 11 plus 6 root 2. 3 minus root 2 the whole square is 11 minus 6 root 2. 11 plus 6 root 2. So 3 plus root 2 minus 3 minus root 2 is 2 root 2. Then x equals 11. And street smart way, we can square it, double cube it, all of that and do it, but this is much better. Function f maps the set of natural numbers to whole numbers such that f of xy is f of x into f of y plus f of x plus f of y for all xy and f of p equal to 1 for every prime number p. What am I going to do? I'm going to say, look, lots, if I put x equal to y equal to 1, f of 1 into 1 is f of 1 into f of 1 plus f of 1 plus f of 1. Or this goes off with this f of 1 whole square plus f of 1 equal to 0. F of 1 into f of 1 plus 1 is 0. Either f of 1 is 0 or f of 1 is minus 1. Nice. We'll keep this, we'll hang on to this. What I'm going to do, we have f of every prime number is 1. So f of 2 is 1. F of 2 into 1 is f of 2 into f of 1 plus f of 2 plus f of 1. So f of 2 is f of 2 into f of 1 plus f of 2 plus f of 1. F of 2 into f of 1 plus f of 1 equal to 0. If f of 1 were 0, this will work. If f of 1 were minus 1, then f of 2 would also be f of 2 also be minus 1. That's not the case. So f of 1 is 0, f of 2 is 1. That's given. Right? I was tempted, I wanted to find f of 1 and simplify, but I think we don't even need all that. Right? So more normal method, f of p is 1 for every prime number. So f of 2 is 1, f of 2 into 2 is f of 2 into f of 2 plus f of 2 plus f of 2. 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is 3. F of 4 is 3. F of 4 into 2 is f of 4 into f of 2 plus f of 4 plus f of 2. This is 3 into 1 plus 3 plus 1, which is 3 plus 3 plus 1, 7. F of 8 is 7. F of 8 into 2 is f of 8, 7 into f of 2, 1 plus 7 plus 1, 15. F of this into 2 is 15 plus 15 plus 1, 31. That into 2, 31 plus 31 plus 1. So f of 8 is 2 times f of 4 plus 1. F of 4 is 2 times f of 2 plus 1. Beautiful thing. We get f of 2, 4, 8, 16 as 1, 3, 7, 15. 2, 4, 8, 16 are powers of 2. The power of 2 minus 1. So f of any number, f of 2 power x equals 2 power x minus 1. Nice, beautiful. F of 2 is 1, f of 4 is 3, f of 8 is 7, f of 16 is 15, and so on. Now we know that f of p is 1 for every prime number p. So I can simply extrapolate this and say f of 3 power x is also 2 power x minus 1. F of 5 power x is also 2 power x minus 1. Remember, it's just 2 power x minus 1. It doesn't become 5 power x minus 1. It's still 2 power x minus 1. Fine. So, because the same funda, f of 3 into 3 is going to be f of 3 into f of 3 plus f of 3 plus f of 3. It will be 3. F of 3 into 3 into 3, f of 9 into 3 is going to be 7. And so any prime number power x is 2 power x minus 1. Now what do? We factorize this f of the 16,000 to 16 into 10 power 4. 2 power 4 into 2 power 4 into 5 power 4. 2 power 8 into 5 power 4. So f of 16, not 16,000, 160,000 is f of 2 power 8 into f of 5 power 4 plus f of 2 power 8 plus f of 5 power 4. 2 power 8 is 256. F of 2 power 8 is 255. F of 5 power 4 is 2 power 4 minus 1, 15. We're looking for an answer which is 255 into 15 plus 255 plus 15. Should end in 5. I'm guessing this. Perhaps we won't guess. We'll take it more seriously. 215 into 6, 255 into 16, I'm going to call this as, and then add 15 to it. 16 5s are 80, 0, 8, 88, 8, 8, 32, 4080 plus 15, 4095. But any prime number, we can simplify like this. I went on a round trip when I was solving this for the first time, where I said, look, let me find f of 1. F of 1 is unnecessary. We don't even need to find it. And so I went through the whole rigmarole even now, because instinctively we want to find f of 1. Because you put 1, everything falls in place. It didn't work. It is not even required. The roots alpha and beta of the equation 3x square plus lambda x minus 1 equal to 0 satisfy 1 by alpha square plus 1 by beta square equal to 15. Nice simple question. Alpha plus beta is minus lambda by 3. Alpha into beta is minus 1 by 3. We're going to get to an alpha square plus beta square. Alpha square plus beta square. Alpha plus beta whole square. Lambda square by 9. Minus 2 alpha beta minus 2 into minus 1 by 3. So it is lambda square by 9 plus 2 by 3, lambda square plus 6 by 9. 1 by alpha square plus 1 by beta square is alpha square plus beta square by alpha beta. This takes us to lambda square plus 6 by 9 into minus 1 by 3, which is equal to by 15. Alpha square plus beta square is alpha plus beta the whole square, lambda square by 9, minus 2 alpha beta, 2 into minus 1 by 3, that is plus 2 by 3, lambda square plus 6 by 9. So lambda alpha square plus beta square by alpha square beta square, sorry, not minus 1 by 3. Sitting here will be 1 by 9. This is 1 by 15, this goes away. It's 15, not 1 by 15. I'm going to do this whole question all over again. Let's do this one. Alpha beta are roots of the equation 3x square plus lambda x minus 1 equal to 0. Satisfy 1 by alpha square plus 1 by beta square equal to 15. Find this. And classic question, we say alpha plus beta is minus lambda by 3. Alpha beta is minus 1 by 3. Minus b by a plus b by a. 1 by alpha square plus 1 by beta square is alpha square plus beta square by alpha square beta square is 15. Alpha square beta square we have. Let's find alpha square plus beta square. Alpha square plus beta square is alpha plus beta the whole square minus 2 times alpha beta. Lambda square by 9 plus 2 by 3, which is lambda square plus 6 by 9. So we're going to plug into this. Lambda square plus 6 by 9 times alpha square beta square. Alpha beta is minus 1 by 3 into 1 by 9 equals 15. Alpha square, lambda square plus 6 is 15. Lambda square is 9. Lambda is plus or minus 3. The middle number there is plus or minus 3. Alpha cube plus beta cube is what we want to find. Alpha cube plus beta cube whole square. Alpha cube plus beta cube is alpha plus beta the whole cube minus 3 alpha beta times alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta is minus lambda by 3 minus 3 times minus 1 by 3 into minus lambda by 3. 1 3 gets knocked off. This is minus lambda cube by 27 minus lambda by 3. Brilliant. We know lambda is plus or minus 3. So my gut feel is if you put plus 3 and minus 3, you'll get plus or minus each other. And so we can take out a minus outside. Lambda cube by 27 plus lambda by 3. So alpha cube plus beta cube, if we put lambda equal to 3, then alpha cube plus beta cube will be 27 by 27, 3 by 3, 2. We'll get alpha cube plus beta cube to be minus 2. If we put lambda equal to minus 3, we'll get alpha cube plus beta cube to be 2. We're interested in finding alpha cube plus beta cube whole square. So either minus 2 square or 2 square, both end up with 4. Tough question because lots of manipulating. There's an alpha, beta and a lambda. When you solve for lambda, we get lambda to be plus 3 or minus 3. But none of that matter. The minus and plus all take care of itself. Somewhere we'll have to back ourselves and power through. Sometimes algebra takes a form of its own. You need to be rigorous, back yourself, have belief, and keep on doing it till it falls in place. Brilliant. The coordinates of the three vertices of a triangle are 1, 2, 7, 2, and 1, 10. Radius of the radius of the triangle. We can find the 3 sides, then we can find in radius. Typically, when you're given this, there's something featuresome about this triangle. And so 1, 2, 7, 2. So this is 1, 7, 1, 2. 1, 2, 7, 2. I love it when for 2 coordinates, the x coordinates are same or y coordinates are same. Life makes super simple, line parallel to one of the axes. And then 1, 10. This is a right angle. 1, 2 to 7, 2, this is 6 units. 1, 2 to 1, 10, 8 units. Should be 10 units. In radius is 6 plus 8 minus 10 by 2. 4 by 2, 2. And it seems like a complicated question with a random triangle given on the Cartesian plane. It turns out it's the right angle triangle with the 3, 4, 5 Pythagorean triplet. And all you have to do is a plus b minus h by 2. And so super straightforward question, absolute freebie. If x and y are real numbers such that 4x square plus 4y square minus 4xy minus 6y plus 3 equal to 0, then the value is so forth. All of these, lots of these questions are going to be linked to completion of squares. So there is a 4x, 4x square and a 4y square and a 4xy term and a 6y term. So 4x square plus some number of y square will come with the xy term. Remaining y square should come with the 6y term. There's no x term, so there's nothing in the form of x plus 4 whole square or 2x minus 3 whole square. X comes as some x plus y the whole square, giving us the xy term, plus or minus, doesn't matter, plus or minus. There is a y square and a 6y term. Right? The numerical part doesn't matter, we'll worry about that later. Fine. So let's focus on this because there is an xy term here and x square can come only here. There's no x minus 3 or 2x plus 5 or 3x minus 4. So 4x square can come only from 2x the whole square. There's a minus 4xy. So this has to come from 2x minus y the whole square. So what do? We write this down, simplify this. 2x minus y the whole square is 4x square plus y square minus 4xy. With this, we have accounted for this and this. We plan to account for this and this. We've got that. And then 1y square is gone. So what we have remaining is 3y square minus 6y plus 3, which quite beautifully is nothing but 3 times y square minus 2y plus 1. Or this expression that's sitting here is nothing but 2x minus y the whole square plus 3 times y minus 1 whole square equal to 0. This gives us 3y square plus a y square, 4y square, 4x square that is there, minus 4xy that is there, plus 3 that is there, minus 6y that is there. Brilliant. This is equal to 0. 2 squares add up to 0. That means y should be equal to 1. 2x minus y the whole square 0. So this should also be 0. This should be 1. So 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. X is half. 4x plus 5y is 4 into half plus 5 into 1. 4 into half is 2. 2 plus 5, which is 7. Completion of squares and manipulating some form, we are through. P, Q, R and S are 4 towns. One can travel between P and Q along 3 direct paths, Q and S along 4 direct paths, between P and R along 4 direct paths. There is no direct path between P and S. Well, there are few direct paths between Q and R and between R and S. And so nice and complicated. I'm going to mark this down. P, Q, R, S. One can travel between P and Q along 3 direct paths. Nice. Between Q and S along 4 direct paths. Put this and say 4 paths. Right? Let's not put 3 parts each. If we draw 3 parts, it gets very confusing. I'm going to put the numbers on top. Nice. Between P and R along 4 direct paths. Nice. There's no direct path between P and S. Well, there are few direct paths between Q and R. And between R and S. One can travel from P to S either via Q. So we want to go to P to S via Q, which is PQS, or R, PRS, or via Q followed by R respectively, PQRS, in 62 ways, in exactly 62 possible ways. One can also travel, so all of these routes put together are 62 different ways. One can also travel from Q to R either directly, QR, or via P, QPR, or via S, QSR, adding up exactly 27 ways. Then the number of direct paths between Q and R is we need to find M. And M and N are integers. PQS is 12 ways, 3 into 4. PRS is 4, RS is N, 4N. PQRS 3, M, N. Adding all this we get 62, or 4N plus 3MN is equal to 50. We can guess, but there could be more than one value of M and N that can satisfy this. So 4N plus 3MN is 52. We can carve out an N. N into 4 plus 3M is 50. N should be a factor of 50. We can figure out something from there. Let's go here. QR is M. QPR is 12. QSR is 4N. M plus 4N is equal to 15. 4N is sitting here. 4N can be written as 15 minus M. 15 minus M plus 3MN is equal to 50. Not of much help. But okay, 3MN minus M is 35. M into 3N minus 1 is 35. So either 5 into 7 or 7 into 5. M could be 7, in which case N is 2. M equal to 7, N equal to 2. 7 into 5, that works. 7 plus 8 is 15. That also works. Or M could be 5 and N could be 5 into 7, 3N minus 1 cannot be 7, M cannot be 5. Only 7 and 2 work. 5 into 7, 7 into 5 works, 5 into 7 cannot work. So M is 7, N is 2 satisfies this. The answer we need to find is number of paths between Q and R, which is M. M is 7, done. 2. Nice question, because there's some permutation probability idea, and then we simplify this. If M and N are natural numbers such that N greater than 1 and M power N is 2 power 25 into 3 power 40, N greater than 1. So we're not looking at 2 power 25 into 3 power 40 whole power 1. We're not doing that. Right? So then M minus N equals. Right? So you need to find this cannot be a perfect square, it cannot be a perfect cube. Common between 25 and 40 is 5. So we can say, hey, this is 2 power 5 into 3 power 8 whole power 5. Brilliant. This is the only possible way, nothing else is possible. So M minus N, N is 5, M is this giant number which is a pain in the neck. And 3 power 8, I don't know why they make us do this. 3 power 4 is 81. 81 into 81. I think it is 6561. 6561 into 32. 32 ones are 32, 2, 3, 192, 195, 519, 160, 179, 917, 192, 199. 209952 minus 5, 209947. Of course, I'm not doing this if I have a calculator. I'm taking chances and punting and then just going ahead with multiplying fancy terms. If I have a calculator, I'm punching it in, finding 3 power 8 into 2 power 5, finding the answer, subtracting 5. Done. When Rajesh's age was the same as the present age of Garima, the ratio of their ages was 3:2. So, oops, say Rajesh and Garima present ages, let's say are R and G. And Rajesh's age was the same age as Garima, the ratio of the ages was 3:2. And this was G, I'm going to call G as 3x, should have been 2x. So Garima's present age is 3x. When Rajesh's age was 3x, Garima's age was 2x. So from 2x to 3x, x more years. So this goes from 2x to 3x, this should have gone from 3x to 4x. We start with R is to G, this should have been G. What is this? 3:2, 3:2 is 3x, 2x. So plonk this as 3x and 2x, call that as 3x, we're done. So Garima's present age is 3x. When Rajesh was 3x years old, Garima was 2x years old. 2x to 3x is x years. So this happened x years ago. That means when Rajesh was 3x x years ago, so Rajesh now is 4x years old. Nice. When Garima's age becomes the same as the present age of Rajesh, when Garima goes to 4x, another x years later, Rajesh would have gone to 5x. The ratio of ages of Rajesh and Garima will become 5x to 4x. Right? I thought it would be a tougher question than it actually turned out to be. Nice and simple, juicy. The sum of the infinite series 1 by 5 into 1 by 5 minus 1 by 7 plus 1 by 5 whole square into 1 by 5 square minus 1 by 7 square plus 1 by 5 whole cube into 1 by 5 cube minus 1 by 7 cube, all of that. Break this as two different series. So I'm going to call this as 1 by 5 into 1 by 5 plus 1 by 5 square into 1 by 5 square plus 1 by 5 cube into 1 by 5 cube minus 1 by 5 into 1 by 7 plus 1 by 5 square into 1 by 7 square plus 1 by 5 cube into 1 by 7 cube. The second part, through. This is a GP, this is a GP, this is an infinite geometric progression, this is an infinite geometric progression. Decreasing GP. The first term is 1 by 5 into 1 by 5, common ratio is 1 by 5 whole square. First term is 1 by 5 into 1 by 7, common ratio is 1 by 5 into 1 by 7. Through. So A by 1 minus R, first one is 1 by 25 divided by 1 minus 1 by 25 minus 1 by 35 divided by, I think it is 1 minus 1 by 35. This is 1 by 25 by 24 by 25 into 25 by 24 minus 1 by 35 into 35 by 34. 1 by 24 minus 1 by 34. Nice. It's 2 into 17, it's 2 into 12, 2 into 12 into 17. LCM should be 24 into 17, 17 minus 12. 5 by 24 into 17. 17 4s are 68, 8, 6, 5 by 408. Hopefully that's there among our choices. Yes, it is there. Done. Nice. A vessel contained a certain amount of a solution of acid and water. Acid and water. When 2 liters of water was added to it, the new solution had 50% acid concentration. So you add 2 liters of water, then it has equal acid and water after you add 2 liters. Or initially it was x minus 2 and x. Initially there were 2 liters of acid more than water. You add 2 liters of water, it goes to equal 50% acid. When 15 liters of acid was further added to this new solution, first time when I did it, I forgot the further added. So I'm adding plus 15. The final solution had 80% acid concentration. So this becomes x plus 15. This stays as x. X plus 15 by 2x plus 15 is 80%, which is 4 by 5. So So 5x plus 75 is 8x plus 60. 15 is equal to 3x, x is 5. That number simply doesn't look like 15, so I'm going to make it look very clearly like 15. So x is 5. So initially we had 5 liters of acid and 3 liters of water, then we went to 5 and 5, then we went to 20 and 5. Nice, brilliant. The ratio of water and acid in the original solution is not 5:3, it is 3:5. Just be a little careful, it's asking us for water to acid. When 3 power 333 is divided by 11, the remainder is 3 power 1, remainder is 3, 3 square, remainder is 9, 3 cubes 27, remainder is 5, 3 power 4 is 15, remainder is 4, 3 power 5 is 4 into 3, 12, remainder is 1. I've got 1, I'm very happy. So this goes in cycles of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3 power 330 will be 1, 31, 32, 33. That's 5. I can't believe my eyes. I jump up with joy and mark this answer and carry on. Amal and Vimal together can complete a task in 150 days. And Vimal and Sunil can complete the same task in 100 days. If Amal takes A days, 1 by A plus 1 by V is 1 by 150. Well, Vimal and Sunil together can complete the same task in 100 days. 1 by V plus 1 by S is 1 by 100. Amal starts working on the task and works for 75 days. Then Vimal takes over and works for 135 days. Finally, Sunil takes over and completes the remaining task in 45 days. So 75 by A plus 135 by V. Vimal can do 1 by V of a task in 1 day. 135 days, 135 by V. Plus 45 by S equals 1. They finish the whole task. If Amal had started the task alone and worked on all days, and Vimal had worked on every second day, Sunil had worked on every third day, then the number of days required to complete the task would have been. So basically they're saying find A, V and S and then simplify after that. And so we subtract one from the other, V will disappear. We make V disappear again by doing something else here. Then we should be able to find A and S. What am I going to do? Subtract the first from the second. So we'll get 1 by S minus 1 by A. 1 by 100 minus 1 by 150. 3 by 300 minus 2 by 300 is 1 by 300. From these two equations, we eliminated V. What do? We again eliminate V by either multiplying this equation or this equation. Let's hypothetically, let's take this one. Multiply this by 135. 135 by A plus 135 by V equals 135 by 150, 9 by 10. Right. You have to subtract one from the other. And subtract from the first one, I subtract the second one, minus 60 by A plus 45 by S equal to 1 by 10. 1 by S minus 1 by A minus 1 by A. Okay, let's do this. 1 by S minus 1 by A is 1 by 300. Minus 60 by A plus 45 by S. 45 by S minus 60 by A is equal to 1 by 10. Maybe we'll multiply this by 60. 60 by S minus 60 by A is 1 by 5. Subtract one from the other. 60 by S minus 45 by S, this goes away. 15 by S equals 1 by 10. S equals 150. 1 by 150 minus 1 by A equals 1 by 300. 1 by A, 1 by 150 minus 1 by 300. So it is 1 by 300. A is 300. Amal takes 300 days. Sunil takes 150 days. Let's see. 1 by A plus 1 by B is 150. A takes 300. 1 by 300 plus 1 by B is 1 by 150. 1 by B is 1 by 300. Amal and Vimal take 300 days each. Sunil takes 150. Amal takes 300. Vimal takes 300. Sunil takes 150. To finish this task, fine. So let's say this task has 300 units. Amal does 1 unit per day, Vimal does 1 unit per day, Sunil does 2 units per day. Amal worked on all days, Vimal worked on every second day, Sunil worked on every third day. Right? So let's say Amal works on 6k days, Vimal works on 3k days, Sunil works on 2k days. Total task is 300k, 6k plus 3k plus 4k is Sunil had worked on every third day. The number of days required. This is 300. This is tricky. 9k, 13k, 300 by 13. This is a pain in the neck. Amal had started the task alone, worked on all days. Okay. So the 6k, 3k, 2k model doesn't work. So what am I going to do? I'm going to say, hey, let's do it step by step. Total task is 300k. Total task is 300 units. Amal works on every day. Vimal works every second day. Sunil works every third day. Hypothetically, if they work till 100 days, they worked on 100, 50, 33. 100, 150, 66. It doesn't work. I'm going to up it to 120, 60 and 40. This is 120, 180, 260, 120 also doesn't work. So let's take it to say 132, so 66, 44. 66 plus 44 is 110. Sorry, 66. 132 plus 66 plus 88. 14, 16, 6, 1, 10, 18, 8, 1, 286. So this should work for more than 132 days. If you were 138, 144, it will overshoot. 138 days. So this is 138. That will be half of that, 69. 1/3 of that, which is 46 into 292. 138 plus 69 plus 92. 19, 9, 1, 4, 10, 19, 9, 1, 299. So they work for 138 days. Exactly 69 would have worked, exactly 92 would work, takes us to 299. So they should have worked for 139 days. The 139th day being the day on which only Amal works. And Vimal and Sunil don't turn up on that day. So 139 plus 69 plus 92 will be exactly 300. Brilliant. So what seems like a seemingly easy question is not. You have to struggle through it and then do step by step.